Hey everyone, it's Sandy, and I want to show you something that I started today, and it's a challenge called ICAD 2014, and I believe it's for 60 days if I remember reading right. So at the end of the challenge you will have 60 cards, and what ICAD is index card a day. So you use the index card and you do whatever type of mixed media you want. They do have themes and prompts that you can look at. But I just went ahead and went with this. I think the theme, I believe, was text, using some kind of text title. But anyways, I found out about this challenge by looking at Mixed Media Jen's channel, and she's got an awesome channel. And I subscribed to it and then started looking at her stuff. And this challenge, this ICAD challenge, started today, and so I was just watching her video and I decided I want to go ahead and give it a try. So I gessoed my index card, which is actually a neon one because I have a whole bunch of those neon ones, and I just put some gesso, put some gelatos. I'm mixing it in with my finger, but I'm not liking the way it's turning out and I really don't know what I want to do. So I get my Tim Holtz scissors and I distress all around the sides because I can't find my distress tool. And I don't like the way the colors are looking. They're a little bit too bright. And so I just get my baby wipe and I wipe them off. And that's one thing that's really cool about these index cards, because index cards are so cheap. This is just a fun way to kind of experiment with stuff and see how different medias react with each other. Because I am so new to this mixed media stuff, I don't know how a lot of different things react with each other. So I'm just drying it off, and I like the way that looks. It's got a little bit of color, but not too much. So right here, I am just getting out my stamps that I want to use, which one is from a Freckle Fawn and the other one's from a Studio Calico. And I'm going to get the 2 clocks off of them. And I'm going to go ahead and just stamp them in random places on this index card. And I'm just using archival ink. And that one I wanted it to stamp a little darker, so I just went ahead and stamped over it. And then I'm going to start using, so that one's the Studio Calico stamp that I have, and this one's just a Freckle Fawn one that I have. And again, I'm just stamping in random places. And now the next step I have is I went through some of my scrapbook paper that I have, looking for some text on them and things. So I found this one that had a saying on it that says, being on time never killed anyone, but why take a chance? And I thought that was so funny. So I go ahead and start to cut that out, and that's why I use the clocks, because I knew I wanted to use that title. It took me a while to find something, but once I saw that, it was so funny. Not title, but the print, the text. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay it on here, and I don't really want to glue it on, so I'm just going to pull my Tim Holtz stapler and staple it right on for another texture on it. Okay, and then after I do that, I just get my pen and I outline around each of those strips of paper. And I just think it makes it pop up a little bit off of the page. Not off the page, but the thing. So then I have these Freckle Fawn rub-on numbers that came in our Oh Dear Me kit from last month. So I'm going to go ahead and use those because I'm talking about time. So I'm just going to start clipping them off, and wherever they land, they land. And I try and keep them too wherever they are. So I go ahead and start scratching them off. And that's what I have so far. And I'm having such a good time with this card. It took me about 20 minutes to do. So I got my India ink, which is one of my new favorite things to use. And I go ahead and splatter. And those, when you splatter like that, there's like a puddle on there. So I was just trying to pick some up with that bamboo pin so I can flick some of it into little dots. And so that's all I'm doing right here. And then you see right there where I'm touching those dots with the stick, it's kind of smearing it and it's not a perfect dot anymore. So I'm like, let me go ahead and let it start dripping. So I go one way and then I start dripping the other way, and now I'm going to that side. And I like the way that looks. So I'm going to go ahead and try and pick up some more. Then I'm like, oh, what if I like do little streaks coming out like whiskers? So I love the way that looked. I'm so glad I tried it. And see this card, it's just a little cheapy index card, so I could totally just try another one. But when in my art journal, I don't want to rip a page out. So then I ended up just, you know, screwing around and some of my pages look yucky. But I like this, and I totally like these little whisker things on them. So I'm just doing it wherever I see wet India ink, and I go ahead and scribble through it like that. I like that. So I'm so happy with my card. And then I think I'm just going to dry it up. Yeah. Oh, and I thought, oh, I want to try and get some of that ink right here and put some whiskers. I don't know what to call them, so I'll call them whiskers. And then my last step I'm going to do is just put some Tim Holtz Distress ink all around. And that's it. You have some still pictures coming up, so thanks for watching. And hopefully you'll see one a day for the next 60 days. Bye.